just want to share a quick video and experience of there's something I went through the other day. All right, and it's about fear and doubt. So I was working a new spot, picked up some extra work, pays pretty good, and the lady that hired me, she was talking to another person that she hired, and she was talking about how she had hurt her shoulder the other night, and then she was just talking about it. So I'm sitting there doing what I have to do. Like, this is only like my third time maybe working with her, and I'm sitting there doing what I got to do. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I felt all this fear. This fear gripped me, and so I'm sitting there thinking, like, what is this? Because I usually don't get afraid when I'm dealing with people, when I'm operating in the spirit, or I'm not even operating this, when I'm just being a son and doing the things that God has told us to do. So I'm listening, and then after a while, maybe about 5 minutes, I asked her, so like, oh, you hurt your shoulder, what happened? She said, oh, I was kickboxing last night and hurt my right shoulder. My left shoulder's been hurting for about a month, and on top of that, I've been taking Advil, which has so much Advil, it has my stomach hurting. I'm like, oh man. And so, you know, I went back to working, you know what I mean? And I had the whole feeling in my stomach where you get the butterflies, and it's rather embarrassing. I don't really like that, you know what I mean? But it had the butterflies, and then I even believed that I was trembling a little bit. Like, this is crazy, you know what I mean? And all that was trying to get me to not step out and do what I know can be done. The enemy tried to put all these thoughts in my head. Well, I didn't spend my time this morning because my schedule's been changed, so I didn't get my time to do my praying in the morning. I like to spend at least 10 minutes praying in the morning when I get to work, praying in the spirit or things of that nature. And it just didn't happen that day because, you know, schedule was changed and things happened and I couldn't get around to it. And, you know, that came in my head, and then it's like, okay, what if it don't work and you're working with this lady all day? It's not like you're dealing with somebody out in the street. If they don't get it immediately, you know they'll get it later on. But if this happens with this lady, you got to sit there with her the whole day. And all these thoughts kept coming to my head. And I'm like, you know what, man, forget it. So I get up and I go to her again. And I'm like, so how bad is it? She said it's like a 1 when she's not doing nothing. And when she raises her arm, it's a 3. I'm sorry, it was a 5. And I'm like, oh man. And so then I just took her hand. I didn't ask her anything. I just took her hand and I started praying. And I'm not even praying. I just spoke to her. I just said simple. I said, all pain in this body from head to toe, be gone, be healed now. Then I said, okay, check it out. And she's looking at me the whole time. I look at people in their eye a lot of times. If I'm not dealing with the issue directly, hands on a leg or a foot or whatever, then I'm looking the person dead in the eye. For me, that's just a sign of confidence. You know what I mean? Maybe something my old man taught me when I was younger. You know, look a man in his eye, boy. You know what I mean? Show confidence instead of like, oh, you know what I mean? So I'm looking at her eye. She's looking at me. She's kind of smirking. But then I said, okay, try it out. She's like, wow, what did you do? And I'm like, how's it feel? Is it good? She's like, yeah, it's good. And I'm like, what about the other shoulder? She's like, there's nothing. Stomach, there's nothing. Okay, so all of it's gone. She's like, yeah, what did you do? And so I explained to her about Christ and, you know, what we do and why we're able to do it. And, you know, that was it. But pretty much I shared this video because all that fear, all the signs of fear, you know, trembling, sickness to the stomach, it tried to make me think that I was in doubt and or unbelief. You know what I mean? But just because we feel something doesn't mean that that thing owns us. We own it. You know what I mean? Had I had listened to those feelings I got, then she'd still be in pain today. She'd still be suffering whatever she's going through. But because I didn't listen to those feelings, I didn't let those feelings get into my head to provoke my actions, I was able to do what God said we can do. You know what I mean? So I figured I would share this because then we could try to use all types of scripture to be like, whatsoever man asks and doesn't doubt, he'll believe what he asks. He'll have whatsoever man asks for, and believes and does not doubt, he shall receive what he asks for. And I'm paraphrasing, but you know I'm gonna put the scripture down the bottom. And so then you could be like, well, geez, if I'm trembling, if I'm sick to the stomach, if all these thoughts are going through my head, I must be in doubt. So I shouldn't do it anyway because I'm in doubt. You know what I mean? But that's not the case. It's the enemy trying to talk to us through our flesh, through my flesh, to get me not to step out, to get you not to step out. You know what I mean? So I just hope this video encourages somebody to ignore those symptoms that the enemy may throw at us. You know, I'm a little scared, I'm trembling, or I'm a little nauseous, or I got butterflies on my stomach, so I shouldn't do this because I feel this way. And since I feel this way, I can't possibly be believing, when you're believing the whole time. All right. Leave a comment down below. Shoot me an email, jacodio@gmail.com. You want to rap a little bit. And I'll probably be doing a video soon on some of the ways that I approach people to ask about getting them healed or what have you. All right, till next time, be blessed.